Oh, yeah, nice. Sick.
Okay, Australian band, Earth Callers.
Yes,
Bloody hell, in Manchester, in Europe, for the first time I heard.
that's right.
So maybe for the start, can you introduce the band, when it started, how it started? Just give a little bit like a feedback for those who don't know you guys.
All
That's all
right,
you.
alrighty. Well, yeah, we're as you said.
Sorry, Josh and Josh,
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah,
the vocalist, and you are
Drummer.
drummer.
the two most important people.
Yeah.
me and
Yes.
Josh. That's
Well,
right.
and the bass player, and
Yeah.
bass player,
Yeah,
in
yeah,
my
yeah.
opinion.
Yeah.
Not many people share that opinion, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I agree. I agree.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah. As you said, Earthcaller, Melbourne, Australia. We started a few years ago. Just sort of like finding our footing. Eventually, we got to this current lineup as it is now, and that's kind of when the band started really taking off in the last couple years. And yeah, now we find ourselves in Europe. We've released about 4 records now. Um, and yeah, yeah, everything seems to be going swimmingly now.
So what's the latest album called, and when was released?
So the latest record that we've released is called "There Are Things Worse Than Death," and it come out when did it come out?
End of last year.
End of
Yeah, it
last
was
year.
like October, November, I think it was.
So
yeah,
it was the dark time. So now it's promoting time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
right. That's right. Yeah. Yeah. Interestingly enough, we while most bands sort of didn't really do much during lockdowns and COVID and stuff, we actually put out like 2 albums. So we just sort of wanted to make as big of an impact as we could while nobody else was able to make moves.
It was really the only thing that like we could do at the time was write because we could do it from home. So that's where we put our energy into. We couldn't play shows, couldn't travel, all that. So it was like, let's do writing what we actually can do, and we'll put out stuff. And then once we can tour it, we'll tour it.
Yeah, that's right. And as a result, the band kind of grew quite a bit. I guess it was because, we really only had to compete with like ourselves, and we were putting out new material when a lot of our, peers were sort of just like laying low, and we were fortunate enough to sort of come out the other side, and we spent a year locked in our houses, and now we're in Manchester, England, loving life.
So on the side, you recorded a new album. How are you guys keeping yourself busy the last 2 years or so?
Yeah, just really that. Like, our where we're from, there was like very harsh lockdowns,
Mm.
like very harsh to the point where like there was about a year where we couldn't go further than 5 kilometers away from our
Oh,
house.
really? That bad?
Yeah, and if they caught you, $10,000 fine.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus.
so
1
very
hour outside exercise time.
yeah, only,
That was like your only outside time, or going to the shops. That was it.
yeah,
Holy
or
cow.
work if you had a permit.
Holy
So-
cow.
Very much like it's like prison.
Are you guys keeping you with the Skype and Zoom, and how do you guys keep in each other?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like
to-
video calls on Facebook. It was half business, half pleasure as well. It was,
Right.
we caught up, discussed things and all that sort of thing. But then, as well, it was a hard time for everybody, not just us, like everyone in the world. So, we had FaceTime where we just have a few drinks like
Right.
with each other and just
Right.
chat. Trying to keep like everybody in check.
course.
Making sure that everyone's okay because it was rough. So
Yeah, we're actually like a very close band, like one of the few.
Right.
And yeah, like it was very tough watching the friendship suffer and like having to work remotely and stuff. But we pushed through it, and we're very
You
stoked that we
survived.
did.
You survived. That's a
Yeah.
good thing.
And yeah, now we're like sort of flourishing. We've had a really good time on this tour. We've been like so many places. England have treated us extremely well. Southampton and London over the last couple of days were amazing, and never been to Manchester before. We had a solid 100-ish people watching us, and they were paying attention. They seemed to like it. I saw a lot of stank face, a lot of this.
Yeah, it was a really good show. You have to see those guys. They're really good. Yeah,
Thanks very much,
They destroyed the this, this the stage in the first 5 minutes. So
Hey, thank you, mate.
Thank
I
you.
appreciate
anyway,
it, and thanks for the shout out earlier tonight.
so okay, finally, it's open doors. You can travel. Okay, you finish this tour. What's maybe for next year? What are you guys planning?
Yeah, we've got some new material coming out. So Alone was the latest single, which is going to be part of that next record.
Okay.
So once we're back to Australia, it'll be really focusing on getting that material out. Yeah, we're pretty keen to come back here in the next 12 months. Like, it's been really, really good to us. It's been yeah, it's a real experience. Nothing like, touring Australia. So yeah, we're very keen to come back.
Oh,
So
brilliant.
hopefully we could maybe line something up in the next 12 months and be back here. But
Okay.
yeah, the definite thing that we can say is that yeah, there'll be new material in the next couple of months.
Are you touring on your own or at the moment, about your own bus or a van, or how are you touring with
Yeah.
them?
So because we're obviously very inexperienced of driving in Europe,
Right.
we got hooked up with like a good like driver,
Yes.
a Czech guy named Leo.
Uh-huh.
Shout out to Leo.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Leo. Yeah, shout out to Fluff Wheels from Prague.
Good.
And yeah, so he's been like sort of taking us around, helping us sort of navigate. We've been getting really lucky. We've been driving through every borders. We're getting our paperwork ready, and then nobody wants to check it.
Oh,
And then
good.
like some other bands are getting on this bill, are getting like held up for hours and stuff. So we've been very fortunate.
Very lucky. Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, the experience, yeah, we've just
They-
had a really good experience.
the question was really, what are you listening when you're driving, on a tour? What do you actually listen in the car?
Oh well, this tour's been a bit different.
Yeah, very, very different to
Our-
what we're used to.
Our driver's been manning the fucking the iPhone, the aux cable, and basically yeah, we've been listening to strictly Celtic punk
Okay.
for fucking 72
yesterday-
straight hours.
Yesterday, a little bit of like Aussie rock sprinkled in there, a bit of AC/DC, and that was it.
Oh, that was
The rest has been just Celtic.
So you've been
punk.
at this moment, you've been forced to listening.
yeah. I would say forced. I would say forced. I don't mind Celtic punk
Yeah.
or whatever, but I've never listened to 84 straight hours of it.
Oh yeah,
I've,
there's a couple of points where I'll chuck some headphones in and
Okay,
quite frankly, it's become every song's the same.
All right, let's go back to Australia. So what do you listen when are you touring in Australia on your own?
Okay, yes. So yeah, we haven't really spoken about this publicly, but more or less our plan is, our plan at this stage is to release this record,
Mhm.
and then in the early new year we'll be touring like first couple months,
Yeah.
and we're planning on bringing over a solid European band for that one.
Oh,
And we're
brilliant.
going for some like pretty big venues.
Oh,
so
cool.
stay tuned.
Oh,
everybody.
brilliant. Awesome. So that's the plan. The next question for me will be, what is your goal? Who will be the ultimate band you want to play with?
Oh, for me, it's Rammstein.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like my ultimate goal in life. I mean, like if we fall short and we only get to play with, you know, like, I don't know, like Megadeth or something like that, that'd be fine. That'd be fine, I guess. No. That's my goal. But frankly, like honestly, my goal, I like to do achievable goals. So now that we've made it to Europe, I want to come back again on something a little bit bigger, play a little bit further up the bill, and then after that, I would love to do festivals, and that's kind of what the booking agents are sort of saying that we'll do. But yeah, like an absolute dream come true for me would be to do the European festivals.
And now go back to the albums and all the stuff you guys do together. Who actually is responsible in a band for lyrics and the songs?
In the for the first few records, it was me by myself, but now it's kind of opening up a lot more.
Right.
You know, our guitarist Carlo, he started to. So we've released one of his songs that he wrote on the record that has already come out. He's got a couple more on this one. The way that we're writing now, like Josh, the way. Oh, would you like to talk about how you like to work?
Oh yeah, he does the skeleton of a lot of the songs. and then I just kind of come in and put my flavor on it. So he's got, you know, the rough feeling or idea of what he wants for a part, and then it really becomes really collaborative. I think everybody, you know, puts their flavor into their parts, and everyone's there contributing to that. So it really is like a group effort when it comes to, you know, getting the song from here's the skeleton based demo to here's what we've actually released. So
Yeah, and also, you know, our newest member, Misstiq. She, you know, I'll write the skeleton of the song, or Carlo will write the skeleton of the song, and then, you know, she puts her like orchestrations on top of it as well. We've actually gotten, like, because of how hard we worked during COVID, we've gotten quite smooth with it all. You know, like, more often than not, the first day I'm ever hearing the drums that he writes for the song is when we're recording it in the
Right.
studio,
Okay.
and there's never any problems. You know, like, everybody's really pulling their weight creatively. Everybody's really like, yeah, it's just like, it's honestly like,
everybody cares about
everybody cares.
what everyone's playing and how everybody contributes to the overall sound. It's really cohesive and collaborative.
Yeah, our bass player Nick is like, you know, he's like a really solid bass player, but like where he tends to shine more is vocally. Like, he does like a lot of scream harmonies, and like, even like, you know, singing harmonies. He's got, on the new record, he's even got like some clean vocals and stuff like that. So it's just like, you know, like, we're starting to do like 3-part harmonies live, and you know, it's just, yeah, it's like the level of collaboration and the level of like musicality that's happening, I would say, far exceeds like any metal band that I've ever been a part of. And like, it's like, it's a really good feeling. It's like very satisfying, I think, for everybody now, especially me, you know, because I'm like, you know, I feel like I'm in like a trusted network of musicians now that can like output something that's greater than what I could do by myself.
All right. So just to remind you guys, this is Josh and Josh from Earth Callers. Come along from long way from Australia.
We've come a long way to see you, England. We've got Leeds, Glasgow, and Bristol in it.
All right. So before I let you go, would you like to add something before I let you go? Something, you know, important, or something I forgot maybe to ask?
Nothing for me, unless you got anything to throw in.
If you've seen us live, please email Avocado Booking and let them know how much you enjoyed it. Cheers.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Appreciate the help.
Cheers, mate.
Appreciate the show. It was
thanks for the
absolutely
interview.
amazing.
Appreciate it.
And I didn't expect that. It was really nice.
Nice.
As I said, for the third time, you destroyed the stage, and hopefully we'll see you soon on one of the next European tours.
Absolutely, mate. This was fun. Let's do it again.
Thank you very much.
Ciao, mate.
All right, thanks.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Guess you felt fine, but I felt empty. Guess not alright. This you didn't notice, you didn't listen when I was asking for your love. You didn't try to sacrifice, but I felt empty. It's not alright. This you didn't notice. You didn't listen when I was asking for your love. Now that I tried, you didn't even try. And now it's time to lie. You didn't even try. And now it's time to lie. Give it up, Manchester.